Hey everybody, Real Fan Man here. Welcome to layout update number 25. Sorry it's been a while. I'm really busy with, work and life stuff and all that fun stuff. Happy 4th of July to everyone. Hope everybody had a safe and happy holiday. I know I did. I actually took Friday off this past Friday, and then obviously Saturday and Sunday. Because I don't usually work Saturdays because I'm kind of catching up on maintenance stuff, family stuff, and I try to take a few minutes to work on the layout here and there during the week. So, but anyways, this is the new revised version of the say CSX Connecticut River subdivision. So that last update, just disregard that. I've changed my mind. I've decided to go back to the Connecticut River subdivision only because it's something that I had modeled prior, and which obviously you guys know. The CSX Berkshire subdivision was really going to take a lot more room, I think, for what I wanted to do, and I just don't have the room for it. And that's something worth waiting to do when I Real 80 2020 and I buy a house. So anyways, without further ado, layout update number 25. This is what we're talking about. So this is the new and revised plan. I just finished it up. I think it was a couple days ago. Yesterday, I think, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, so much going on. I don't even remember when I finished it. But it's finished. Essentially the only thing I had to really take care of was this end, this side, because I had different configurations for the track and whatnot. So train brake, yeah, look at that. So yeah, I decided to go back to the CSX Connecticut River subdivision. Again, it's something I'm a little more familiar with, and it's based on the East Deerfield Yard, and now, which was owned by Pan Am, is now owned by CSX. Which is fine by me because I like CSX as well. Hold on a second. Oh, it fixed itself. So I'll give you a layout tour in a minute. Just kind of give you a rough explanation of what I got going on here. And so basically, I got the East Deerfield Yard right here. I got 6-yard tracks. It's a little smaller size of a yard compared to the last yard I had. And it's on the opposite side of the room, which is okay. However, I have 2 extra yard tracks, so that kind of, I think, makes up a little bit of the difference. And at least I have a yard. It's not, it's still going to be fun switching and building and breaking down trains and whatnot. I also have my MOW tracks. And of course, I got the main line, I have the arrival departure track, I got the east end yard lead, west end yard lead right here, fuel and sand, and then I have the locomotive and car shop. So these two, and we can zoom in a little bit, these first 2 tracks right here will be for the locomotives, and these 2 tracks will be for the cars, for the freight cars. And if they need the room for a locomotive, obviously, we'll put a locomotive on there too. So this right here, where these arrows are pointed, that is basically, for right now, my locomotive ready track. And you can see I put a question mark right there, because it's either going to be this one or this one. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with this one now. Stand by for 1 second. Okay, I'm back. And train brake. That's right. I'll explain those 2 trains afterwards when we do the tour. I'm trying not to. I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible because this is just a general general update, but I know sometimes I can get off track, no pun intended, and you know, ramble on. But so yes, the local ready track and all that fun stuff. I did take out that double crossover, that double slip. I'm just using regular switching tracks. This is my reverse loop. So if I just want to run a train around the whole layout, and this will be 2 levels, just so you know. I'm not even touching the second level at the moment. I'm not going to take that off. I lost my thread. My finally fell off. It was going on there stayed on for quite a while, but anyways, I'm going to focus on the first level. All the track is laid down. Basically, the main line and all the switches are pretty much code 100. I did the yard tracks code 83. Spur tracks like WT Recycling, which is on the west end of the yard, that's code 83, and that's pretty much right in front of you. So this is code 83. That's code 100. I still have feeder wires to do, some soldering of the joints. I have 2 trains running around right now. Again, I'll explain those trains that I built. They have a purpose, but they have 2 purposes. 1 for testing, and 2 for operation videos that I'm going to have hopefully within the next week or 2. I'll be able to video them and get them out there here on YouTube. Okay, so that's basically this would be the south side of the layout. This is the north side of the layout, and we're getting into, this would be Gardner, Mass. So Gardner, Mass has changed quite a bit. I have added a lot more industries, as it is kind of an industrial town. I believe they have, some industries and stuff. Maybe not the same exact ones, but hold on 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Oh wow, check that out. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright, stop looking at the trains. Let's go. So, yes, Gardner, Mass. So this is basically an operations mode. And also this is pretty much a proto freelance layout. Those of you that know, see my videos in the past, I follow basically the real railroad that operates on this line. However, the freelance part of it is like, obviously the industries that I have, some of the trains, they're not going to be exact, and so on and so forth, which is fine. And as I don't know if most of you must know Rick from SoCal. He talks about, I'm just a guy with a train set in his garage. So I'm just a guy with a train set in his room, So it is what it is. It'll definitely not be 100% prototypical, which is all right, because I think that would take forever in a day to finish, or even get close to finishing. So. But we have, I changed Heritage Furniture's name to Bob's Furniture. We got the team track. Still have Boyle's Transfer, Armstrong Electric, which I might change the name of that, I'm not sure. We have Centennial Mills, and then Central Gas. So we have 7 industries right here to switch out, just alone on the north side of the layout in Gardner, Mass, which is kind of cool. This side right here will be District 3, Gardner, Mass. This side will be District 2 in Gardner, Mass. I do have an industrial lead right here. It comes off the main, and then which will be, which will switch District number 2. Actually, that might make that District number 3. I'm not sure yet. Anyways, whatever. It'll switch that side, north side of the main line. So, okay, that's the general idea. And also, this right here is the lead to the second level when I get to it. So, stand by, and I will take you for a layout tour. Okay, so welcome back. So as I showed you on the plan, this is going to be the second level lead, which all trains that are heading south from the East Deerfield Yard will be going that way. When that time comes, this train right here is set up for PLED, which is Plainville, Connecticut to East Deerfield Yard. So that's one of the trains I have running around testing out the track, at least the arrival departure track and the siding part on the other side of the layout. So we're just going to go this way. We're going to head east. Main lines on the outside, arrival departure track. This would be the West End Yard lead. And this right here, you can see 3 tracks for MOW cars. And then we have the 6 track yard. 6 tracks for the yard. Which would be, this would be track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4, track 5, track 6. And then of course we got our runaround and whatever else we need to do, and switch lead for the MOW tracks. One of these tracks goes to the fuel, one side of the fuel. This other one right here kind of comes this way. So this is the engine or locomotive ready track. This would be probably just the throughway, which makes more sense to me, because if they're getting fuel and they're ready to roll out, they can just come over here. This is my version of the yard office. They have something similar to a trailer at East Deerfield Yard, so I'd like to get on the laptop sometime and kind of give you a bird's eye view of East Deerfield Yard and show you what that's all about. Here's WTE switch. This would be this track right here. This switch is used for yard purposes. It brings you to the engine house, engine car shops. Brings you to obviously, yeah, that's it. All right. I'm sorry, I was getting way ahead of myself. This right here will be part of the reverse loop, which you can see the other end is over there. Don't mind the giant fan of God on the train layout. Or the pile of track over there, or the vacuum cleaner, or this man-made controller. So yeah. So essentially, I have my yard lead, my arrival departure track, my yard tracks, MOW. Sorry if I'm moving you around a lot. Engine ready track, fuel sand tracks, engine car shop. Everything I need, everything that's, it's kind of like similar to East Deerfield Yard in real life, but there's obviously, a bit of minimizing I have to do on my part. So essentially, it's it's almost the same as how I had it before. Again, WTE is on the west end of East Deerfield Yard, so I'm treating that as District 1. It's going to be the yard job. And what else? What else? I think that's pretty much it for this side. So I'll pretty much do what I did before with trains that come in. So I got a little short right here, I think. It made it through. Oh. A lot of these tracks, I wanted to use the Pico Insafrog for the yard lead and the yard tracks, at least most of it. So a lot of these I ordered a few of them, and I put them on for my yard. So this way I can, they're a little bit smaller, and I can get a little bit more, I think, room using them. So I use them. I got a crossover here, which is pretty much for the use of the reverse loop. And again, turn that on. Again, reverse loop's going to start right here. And this track will also be like my switchback for switching WTE. I mean, until that comes together, I can just use the engine car shop lead. But that's going to kind of come out this way, come around, meet up with the other end of it, and that switches for the reverse loop. And then here's the east end yard switch to get into the yard. So that's that. Then I have this crossover right here, which I still need to, on all these right here that are coming off the roadbed, I need to put a grade under that so there's a smoother transition. We got big in cement. Let me zoom out just a hair here. We have the industrial lead for Gardner, Mass. North side, which would be we'll just call it District 3. So Big and Cement's on the District 2 side, and then you got Bob's Furniture's on District 3 side. And here's that siding, industrial siding. It just runs all the way down. All these industries come off of the siding. So here's the switch for oils transfer. Bob's Furniture's right there, obviously, so on and so forth. There's Centennial Mills, and then Armstrong Electric, and on this side, Central Gas. Another fan, don't mind the big fan of God on the layout. There's the team track with a couple of, looks like maybe, I don't know, plastic pellet or something, maybe grain, I don't know, not grain, but some sort of pellets that need to get unloaded. And obviously the docks for box cars or flat cars, maybe even bulkheads or something. Cuddles, there's Gracie. They've been hanging out. It's kind of hot in here. So I have my exhaust fan going on, and then I have this fan going on, and I just turned this fan on. So we're looking at like 90-degree weather. Okay, so this guy is 22K. It's eastbound. So it's basically a mixed manifest. He'll be dropping these cars off at the yard. There's 10 total. And he'll be picking up 10 cars to head out. So the yard crew's got to pull those cars out for him, put them on the arrival departure track. He'll stay on the main, or he'll pull forward, and the yard crew will come get the cars, or he'll bring them in. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but let's see. Okay, so I made myself a makeshift. I don't want to say it's a makeshift. This is like, we'll say second to the final version of. It's a lift out. I'm not going to lift it out today because of expansion. It's hot, so I had to kind of jimmy rig it a little bit just to get it down. So I'm going to leave it down for now. On the day when it's cooler and things kind of shrink a little bit, I'll show you. But it does work. It lifts up. I will show you this though. For now, I didn't do any fancy safety stops. I just kind of soldered some wire on there. Drilled it, went through the frame, and then hooked it up underneath. So each track has power. I'm not too worried about it running trains off the end, because if I'm going to run trains, that gate's going to be down. So again, this is going to be some pretty cool viewing once I get more scenery on. Okay, a little story about the roadbed. So a while back, all right, I think even before I did layout update number 24, which was like, I was looking at it, it was like 3 months ago. I ordered some a regular box of cork roadbed, and I think a few days go by, and I ordered it from Yankee Dabbler, and I'm like, all right, this is kind of weird. Like, it's not, they didn't ship it out yet. So I'm like, all right, well, let me give them a call. So I called Yankee Dabbler up, and let's say another spot over here, and they told me that the cork roadbed was on back order. And I'm just like, oh, you got to be kidding me. I wish I would have known that. Because I wanted to use the cork roadbed for this layout, and probably use it from here on out. So I don't know if it's still hard to get at this point in time, or if it was just, just that one time a few months ago. So anyways, he said it was on back order, and I'm like, all right. So I know I said I wasn't going to use the foam roadbed again, but I'm like, you know what? I need to get some roadbed going on this layout. So I broke down and bought a box, the 24-foot roll of that Woodland Scenic roadbed. Let's see, what did I do with it? Hold on a second. Sorry if I'm moving you around here. All right, so yeah, I got my makeshift shelves up here. These are just temporary, just until. Yeah, okay, this is the Woodland Scenic. So this is the second box I ordered. So I actually needed to get some more. But again, with that, I'm kind of glad I didn't really need to use that much, because I only used the roadbed for the main line. Like the siding for Gardner, Mass is on the plywood. The industrial tracks and the industrial runaround here is on the board. The spurs are on the board, so on and so forth. So yeah, the main line is the only thing that gets the roadbed, which thus I need to obviously kind of level out my prop or my switches and whatnot. So, but yeah, that's pretty much about it. I mean, it's taken me a while. A lot of these plans right here are just. I was just like, I did not like the original plans I had for the CSX Berkshire subdivision. I think what I wanted to do and what I couldn't do, they were just kind of button heads, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna build what I was building before. We're gonna stick with the CSX Connecticut River subdivision. I enjoyed that layout. I had fun with it. There was tons of switching opportunities. There's going to be tons of interchanges and all that stuff. So I'm going to stick with that, as you can see, and hopefully I'll have some yard ops, coming up soon. The yard's not going to look as good as the old one did. I mean, at least for the first few. But my next step for the first level here is to check all the connectivities and solder some joints and add more feeder wires. And once basically all the electrical connections like that are kind of set up, I'll probably paint the track. There might even be, I might actually, before I even do that, before I even ballast, I ordered these little dwarf signals that I got a while back, and I want to have like a dwarf signal for this end of the yard, for this switch. I'm going to wire it right in, so when you throw the switch, the light will change. Indicating that, okay, what the switch is thrown, you're good to go through or whatever, so on and so forth. So I'll have one on the east end, and then I'll put one right here on the west end, and I'll actually, I'll probably put another one right here guarding this switch. So this way, when I'm operating, I can look and go, oh yeah, okay. And, it adds cool scenery too, so. I'm not sure if I'm going to do one here. If I do one here, maybe it might be a manual switch. But so yeah, pretty much, yeah, I'm like, all the track is pretty much laid down except for, obviously The reverse loop track, and I'm not even worried about that right now. That's something that can be worked out down the way. I want to get my fascia up. I do have my ports for the NCE system. However, I need to get a longer, I believe it's what they call the, hold on a second, let me pull it out of this one. I think it's a Cat 6 cord. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's a Cat 6, but this one's not that long. So I'd like to get one that's longer, because my idea or my hopes for these boards, these power boards, is to have one like right in the middle on this side of the layout, right? And then have another one right in the middle over here, somewhere here, so I can, you know, use my NC power beds, because I have two of these and I have a Pro Cab, and I do like using these. So I like the actual feel, the buttons, you know, like when I'm operating. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I kind of like it. I mean, this system right here, it's decent. I mean, it's not bad, it's not horrible, but you know, it's very delicate, you know, and I've almost dropped this a few times, so I don't want to break that, you know. And of course, look who gets on them. Yeah, I got some cat swatting to do. What are you doing, Gracie? What are you doing, huh? Go down and lay with your mom. So you believe that came out of that? True story. That is one of her kids. You should see the dad. He's huge. Bigger than her. But anyways, yeah, sorry, I'm getting on a tangent. So lots more to do, and you know, I've been busy, and sorry I haven't been putting out as many videos as I'd like to. I just, you know, with work and family stuff and life stuff, it's just, you know, by the time I get home from work, I wouldn't mind doing a video. It's just, I got paperwork to do and invoices and all that fun stuff, and then by the time I'm done with that, it's like, plus it's hot here, you know. It's not bad today. I mean, it's hot, but it's tolerable. So, plus I haven't been working out in the heat all day today. So, but yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm rambling here. Yeah, any questions, comments, concerns, constructive criticism, yeah, send it, drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think. You know, hit that like button if you would, please. Share, all that fun stuff. It's going to look good. It's a work in progress, you know. I can't wait to really start doing some switching, so I look forward to breaking these trains down. So just a real recap. So this would be 22K. So he's probably going to come in first on the main line when I do the operations, and then there's PLED, Plainville, Connecticut to East Deerfield Yard. And they'll be going on the arrival departure track. They're both, this one's technically traveling northbound from Connecticut. However, when it comes into the yard from the north-south line, it's actually traveling east once it comes into the to the yard. So, and 22K is eastbound, which I believe terminates in air mass. So, but anyways, that'll do it. Well, again, I hope everybody had a safe and happy 4th of July. It is Sunday, July 7th. Take care. Have a good work week. Try and have an update down the road a little sooner than 3 months. And of course, try and get some operations. Oh, look at that. Real Lady 2020 left me a note. Alright, fresh coffee's brewing. I love you. Thank you, Bibs. Alright, everybody. Take care. I'll leave you with this. Happy modeling. Real Fan Man. Signing out.